The Sadie Collective means to me community that is rooted in looking into our past to find examples of excellence to guide our journey forward. And so you see that in our name with Dr. Sadie T.M. Alexander being who the organization is named for, honoring a woman who in times where it doesn't make any sense that she was able to strive forward in her careers. We're talking about 1921, her becoming the first Black woman to get a PhD in economics, and then be the first to get a law degree at the University of Pennsylvania. This is when we had deep segregation in the United States, where women's rights were incredibly limited, but she found guidance within herself, within her family legacy to push her forward. And that's a legacy that we honor in how we show up in this space authentically, despite what the limitations that society puts on us as Black women.
Since co-founding the Sadie Collective, it's allowed me to kind of advocate for Black women and girls in this space, like across the nation. And then also, put together projects like the Black Agenda book that brings together Black voices and centers Black economists, especially Black women, in that space. I really wanted to understand how to improve the experiences of Black folks across the world. And so I learned about this thing called human capital, which is sort of the, I would say, accumulation of skills and knowledge within a certain group of people. And that kind of got me hooked. And so from there, I've just kind of used economics as a way to broaden access to the space, but also to deeply understand inequity and inequality across the world.
This conference is incredible. This is my first time seeing it in person, and seeing the energy, feeling the energy truly has been outstanding. I really love seeing the connections that are being made in person, mentally. Young people thinking, oh, this is actually changing the trajectory of what I think I want to do. Even professionals saying, this conference has me rethinking everything. How do I pivot into something that relates more to my passions, because it's always been there, but they never had the courage to actually make that step. We've given them the space to think about it, ask the people around them, network, and take that leap. So I just love that this conference is able to bring people together and really give that opportunity to step out of their comfort zone and be supported as they do so.
Black women in particular and Black young girls don't have a lot of spaces created for them where it's a safe space where they're to foster connections and to dream, like to dare to have permission to dream and think whatever is possible for yourself. And so I think spaces like the Sadie Collective, spaces like the conference, and how it brings Black women and young girls from all walks of life together, I think it's very important to continue to foster those relationships, continue to create those spaces and those platforms that are really useful down the line.
I think that just the Sadie Collective mission and what we do here has been really just like central to Black women furthering themselves and finding community. Like just being in this room, you feel the energy, you feel like all the love and support, and walking into like an in-person space too has been really great just to have, this year of like, we're back in person, we're back and better than ever, and we're looking forward to the future.
The Sadie Collective means that there is a community of strong, brilliant Black women, economists, practitioners, who is committed to not only doing the work but lifting as they climb, meaning that as they walk alongside their peers, as they follow in the footsteps of those who've come before them, like Dr. Sadie T.M. Alexander, they're bringing behind them a new generation of Black women economists who's going to go through the doors and break down barriers and continue to make policy, economics, and just the world at large a more equitable place for people who look like us and beyond. And that just brings me so much joy, and it's really special knowing that there's an army of Black women who can come and rest